Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to Invest in Yourself, the podcast series. I am, of course, your host with the most, Phil Better, and this is the podcast series where I talk to you about how you grow your podcast, how you make your podcast better, as well as interviewing some podcasters from around the world. We're going to make you number one podcasters everywhere. If you don't know, you make sure you do know. Follow us on all social media. You can see in the description, there's a lot more links there. Go click those. Those are where you can follow us. You can get the email link, the email address, the email newsletter. You can follow us. You can subscribe to the podcast. All, of course, free here. 100% free. I feel like I'm half radio DJ, half TV star right now with going on. Just want to, flip it over to Mike and the news. But no, maybe later that's something we can think about adding to the podcast or the show. This is, of course, something I'm building with you guys. As you can tell, there's a little bit of a change in the background. Season 3, if you don't know, of my podcast, Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. Hey, Aaron, my boy, tuning in all the time, showing the love, an amazing podcaster, Sir Sturdy. Horror with Sir Sturdy is the podcast that Aaron hosts. He is amazing, as well as Popcorn and Pints on the Saturdays. He's doing it live. It's a TV show that you guys get to tune in and have a great time. So make sure, you check out him when you're listening back to these episodes. Of course, they're going to be on YouTube later on, and there's a whole bunch of announcements that I'm going to explain later in the show. But if you're watching this live on the replay or even on YouTube, hey, brother, it's all about sharing the love with other podcasters. Aaron is amazing. He's had me on about 3 or 4 times on his podcast, so I have to share the love there. If not, then I look like a jackass, so I don't want to do that. And the only way we get bigger is we share. That's right. My number one tip to grow a podcast is share. Get on other people's podcasts. Yes, Aaron is doing it right. Hashtag live if you're watching on the lives. If you're watching replay, hashtag replay. I'll reply to all of them. I don't reply to them live. I usually do it after the show because it's just so much. You guys are sometimes inundating me with a lot of great comments, but I try and reply to them live on air when I see them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's something with the software. But anyways, going back for the 4th time, as you can see, if you're watching this, you can, or you're listening to this, you may know, season 3 of my podcast, Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast, is sponsored by Dom Einhorn, my client's companies, and one of them is his rugby team. So give me a second here. He was gracious enough to send me, look at this. Look how amazing that is. It's so nice. It's a beautiful jersey. I have 2 more. I have, that one is mine, and then I have 2 more that I'm going to be giving away. So yeah, I got that corporate. You see something here I'm wearing? Oh, is that some merch? It could be possible merch. I'll be talking a bit about that later. Also, a little bit of, if you tuned into my podcast, the Stock Dirty to Me show, that goes live to the Stock Market for Beginners podcast. You can always, hit me up for that. I'll show you the links for that because it's a great thing to make yourself smarter in your investments. But you saw me being a bit of a corporate shill and showing off some love to Don's rugby team, the Salamanders out of Sarla. They're a great team. It's a great story about how he grew it from just a few thousand, I think it was under 2,000. He says he was the season finale guest of season 2 of my podcast, and he mentions that it was at 2,000 fans, and he got it up close to 200,000 now. Thank you so much, Adam, for tuning in live here on this show. This is, of course, Invest in Yourself, the podcast series where I help you create a new podcast live on the air. Thank you for everyone who's tuning in live. Hashtag live if you're tuning in live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Let me know you're checking out this love. Of course, this is going to be on YouTube and on other platforms rolling out. So good evening to you, Adam. As I was saying, he tells that story. So he has a company that we're going to be talking about a bit later. in the series. He's going to be a guest on that, and we'll reply that. But he's graciously sponsored season 3 of Invest in Yourself because he was so gracious being a client. So he sent me over some merch. So today I was like, well, I have to set up the contest for August because this is when he's launching one of his companies. And so I was like, okay, might as well do it live. So this is the contest is going to be run by King Sumo. Again, another AppSumo original. They're great. Love their products. I use Tidy Cloud. I use SendFox, both from AppSumo. These are AppSumo originals. They built it because they needed the product, so they're like, let's build it the way we want it, and then we put it out there. So again, it is free, but there is a premium. You can buy that. But I'm going to show you the gifts, not the gifts, the prizes that you can win. I know, Adam, you are running a contest with your podcast, the TWS podcast, an amazing podcast. Here we go. Amazing podcast that you can win. He's running for his school, children with autism, interviewing some great sports personalities. So that's amazing. So Adam, this could be helpful for you. I know you started it, and it could help what we're going to be showing with King Sumo. You're going to be able to grow your Instagram, grow your social media. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. But first, let's show off some prizes because people want prizes. This is what you can win. So by following all this and the contest that I'm going to be setting up, you get the away, I believe it's the away jersey. It's a XXL away jersey. So it's exactly like this, but it's all black. It's really nice with the nice color. Oh, it's gorgeous. You can go to their website. I'll put the links to the website will be a part of the contest so that you can check it out. You get a mask. Rocking it. My family, I have some pictures I'll be putting up. He sent a whole bunch of them over to me, and I gave them away to my family, some of them as well, because they're so nice. Stickers for Sarlar Rugby, large and small. A nice pen, blue, black pen. Possibly there's a couple of them. I'll just grab one or two and put them in. You get this awesome keychain of a rugby ball with the Sarlar logo on it, so it's awesome. And here's another sticker in there. And the baseball cap with the blue rim. That's one of the prizes. So there's that. Give me a second. I'm just going to put it all away. Always great. And then the other prize. Just bring it over here. So it's the hat, the mask. This one is with the white trim for the hat. But the special pretty much is this nice scarf. This is a beautiful scarf, it's knitted. It is gorgeous. It's so comfortable. I have one of my own. Had a couple doubles, so I kept one or two of them for myself. But there's other prizes as well. There's the mug, of course. If you were following me on Instagram at Podcaster Phil Better, you saw me in a nice hoodie sweater that could be an eventual gift, maybe not gift, a contest prize. But right now, those are the two prizes. One's going to be through this, and another one's going to be someone who's commenting in the videos. I'm going to pick everybody who comments. So everybody who comments a video gets a chance in. So if you comment every video, that's 25 chances to win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you how to set up a contest, and then I'm going to break down why it's so important to be running contests, because this is important for you, ladies and gentlemen, to grow your podcast, the listenership, your possible sponsorship, your email list, which is important, as I said in the episode where we talked about your email list. Because every avenue that you control is an avenue that you can monetize your podcast. And that's the goal of most of us. If you're either a hobbyist or if you're running a business, you need to know how to use it to grow your business and make some money from a podcast, because it is an investment of your time. You may not be putting a lot of monetary resources into this, but it is putting your time. I know Adam has talked to me a few times about how much time it takes for social media, and I will be having a video. It won't be on the live on the show, but it will be on the YouTube channel. So in the show notes, you will see the link to the YouTube channel where I talk about how you can automate some of your stuff to make it a little easier for you and make your life so well. My guy, Maxwell Ivy, coming in. He is the blind blogger. He's an amazing guy. I'm helping him bring his podcasting stuff from the analog into the digital by helping him out. Always love helping out people. If you don't give back and pull people up from below when you're above, you'll never grow any higher. So that's what I say. I don't mind anybody else getting famous off my work because, hey, I helped you get there. But anyways, enough about me gloating about my amazingness. But we're going to be using SendFox. So like I said, I'm going to show you, not SendFox, sorry, King Sumo. I'm going to show you the way of doing it with mine. I'm not going to be using my... this podcast, it's going to be for the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast, their links and all that. So I'll be having that stuff up and copying their links. So you'll see that. Eventually we'll have a contest for this one, but I want to just do a case study here so that you guys can actually see it. And then we'll go and I'll show you some links that you can read up on and learn more about it. And then we can answer any questions you guys have. So are you guys ready to go? If you are, hit me up with a heck yeah, or fire emoji or something. Let's go in that comments. It's all good, Aaron. You definitely check out the replay. When you're when you come back, make sure you hit hashtag replay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all. Also, Aaron, you are more than welcome to steal it. Anybody as well, when you do a live show, always hit the hashtag live and hashtag replay, because that helps your audience interact with you and know that you want to interact with them, even if they're watching live or they're watching later on. So always hashtag live, hashtag replay. I always go in usually after the show and reply to as many as I can, because it's an engagement, ladies and gentlemen. It's engagement. We've seen it. Hey, my brother, I wish I could see. Hold on. Let me, I'm jumping on my phone. I shouldn't be doing this live on my phone, but I want to see who this hey brother is. Here we go. Where is my, is this it? We're live? Could be. Hey, yes. There we go, my brother. My real bro, Mr. Blaze himself from the Cloud Chronicle, another amazing podcast. He is awesome. He is my brother on and co-host on the Real Boys. Go live Monday and Fridays on the Scene Snob Network, and that. Make sure you check it out. I have the link somewhere. But yes, I always share. But here we go. Let's throw up on the screen. We're over at kingsumo.com/register. Just kingsumo.com will bring you here. This is where you start inputting your information. So I'm doing Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. So I'm going to use Invest in Yourself pod at Gmail. We go there. We'll use this. Strong password. Register. I'll be changing that even though. So the giveaway is win with Team Star Rugby and Team Phil Better. Boom. Let's go. Obviously, I'll update this and all that later. So yes, okay, I see that. Normal. So we're going to start date will be Sunday, the 1st of August, and it will end the 31st of August at midnight. We'll go 45. There we go. Boom. So, as early as possible. Midnight. There we go. Awarded at. We'll go there. We're going to do at 5:30. We'll do it 5:30 live on the show on the Friday, September 3rd. We'll announce the winner live on the show. There we go. Boom. New York. Who's running the thing? Better URL. Prize name. So we're going to go over to his website. Boom. There we go. Look at this beautiful website. By the way, I can't wait to have Dom on and we talk about Sarlar Rugby and his amazing stuff that he's doing with this company, with this team, and everything behind the scenes in his Super Cup. It's going to be awesome, and what we're doing there. But we have to wait. He's a little busy. But yeah, they have an official store, so you can get your customized jersey. So we're going to go over and visit the e-store. We're going to see here. So we said there was the jersey. I have the water bottle as well, and that could be a potential. I'll be showing this. If you follow me on social media, you can see all that at Podcaster Phil Better on Instagram. Like I said, all right, so we're going to go here. First, the mask. We're going to go over here. The mask, the mask is €5. We'll say $5 American. Just make things easy. Yeah, that's true, Max. Anyone know print on demand offering lunchbox or safety mugs? If anybody knows that, reach out to Max. Let him know that. Make sure that hub is closed before you go showing your bookmarks. Yeah. Got to be careful. Some special things there. Don't want the world to see. Yeah. So we're saying rugby is about $5. So we'll just write that down. $5. Then the hat is. Because there's two hats there, so that's $15. We'll just say right there. The scarf is $24 because we need to know the scarf later. No beanies, this, that, no clothing over here. So we have the jersey. So we got the black jersey. Select options. Let's get the right price. Select a size. We go extra. That's it. At the cart. So it's actually this one. It's out of stock. So it's $45. It's out of stock, so you can't even get it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's $45 right there. So we know that. We go back there. Now we go others. So we look here. I'm gonna get a Benji, I swear. Benji, Salamando Benji. He's so cool. And make sure you follow their Instagram because you get to see a lot of the salamander. It's so cute, the interactions with the kids. So the keychain is $6.50. There's another keychain. That's going to be with the other one. I believe. Where is it? I believe it's this one. I believe it's this one or this one. So we're going to say it's another, or I believe it's the rugby one. So we'll say another $6.50 there. Stickers, we'll say $2 of stickers. And that's it, right? The hat. Oh, there. So let's see. Okay, so we're going to go clothing. So the jersey was $45. Jersey. This is the scarf. So for the scarf, we have $24 for scarf. And then jersey is $45. There we go. And then we have a hat. Where's the hats? The hats are others, right? No, we have a keychain, which is $6.50 for the jersey one. And at least another one for $6.50 for there. We'll go with that. Pens, they get $1 pen each, then $2 for the stickers. Okay, so I was taking care of that. We need the hats, accessories. Oh, the masks. The masks are $5 each. Boom, boom. And this here is 24, yeah. And the hats are $15 each. Boom, boom. So everybody has the same thing. I have it added down on a piece of paper. But then we go over to Google because Google's our best friend here. Yeah, no, we're going to just move there. Then you add it all together and you get it. So then we go back to this jersey bundle. So let's do some quick math here. I should have had this all done or better at math, but I didn't study math anymore. 650 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 15. So it's $75 for one bundle. I'll just put that. We will go to the clothing. Save image. Save there. Boom. Close this off. Go over to the giveaway. Add image. We go to desktop. Scroll all the way down. Jersey. Right there. Boom. Sharing, collect platform. So yeah. Email list. No Messenger, Facebook there. Bonus entries. So here we go. So you like this on Facebook, you get 2 extra things. So now I go over to my list of stuff. How long are we going here? We're good. Okay. I'm just getting my list of links for the podcasts. All right. So here is the Facebook page. Boom. Instagram follow. Twitter follow. And we got YouTube. Add that YouTube. And then podcast subscribe. So you put the podcast URL. There you go. You require the GDPR consent because you want your international fans to be able to compete in Europe. And so you have all these things. So you go save. Boom, done. Look at that. Look at that. Your contest is now set away. Go up to your getaway page, edit this giveaway, manage all giveaways. But we're going to go share on Facebook, right? Boom. Opens up my Facebook. I go, hey, join my giveaway for some prizes. Look at that, doing it live. It's horrible, I know. You can send it there. And you go post to Facebook. Oh, post it to Facebook. Close this down. Then send us a message. Send us a message. So if I want to send it to my friends, I'll enter a friend. I'll send it to Aaron. Boom. Aaron. There we go. Here. Here's the contest. Boom. Just like that. Send. Look, win with Team Sarla, Robbie, and Team Phil Better. How awesome is that? Boom. Then, tweet about it, right? Boom. It's my other podcast, but it's fun. There. Send as an email, embed it on your website, embed the widget, copy the link. So I go here, I go copy this. Now, in my show notes for my other shows, for specifically Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast, I'll be putting this in. Now people can, update my list. There we go. Boom. This is the behind the scenes stuff you don't need to know. But now I have this right here for me. And yeah, I have this contest. So if you want to, I can't. Hold on. Haha. Give me 1 second. Let me go over to Facebook. My live show. Yeah, there we go. We'll get that. There you go. If you're watching live, you can there we go. Give myself some love. Close this. There we go. You can, as I just posted there, you can click that link. That link will let you join the contest and follow all that stuff, and there's a chance for you. So the jersey is with the contest here. I am going to be doing another contest with anybody who comments starting on the Monday when this podcast actually goes live. So you'll see us launch the podcast live, and you can subscribe and all that wonderful stuff. That's what's going on. We're going to be launching another contest. I'll show you a different method the contest will be if you comment on any video in the series starting from the 2nd of August all the way to the end of August. And then when we announce the winner of this, I will also announce the winner of the scarf contest giveaway. So that's how you do it. Make sure you always are subscribed and watching these dailies. Get those reminders, get the email list, because that's how you stay reminded. And you just pop in for a few seconds, say, hey, hashtag live, hashtag replay, and boom, look at you. You've already entered the contest. Look in there. Oh, yeah, Adam, I hope I win. I love different sports jersey. Yes, and it would be great to show off on your podcast, the sports podcast. Remind me, I need to connect you to maybe some rugby players. I know someone who was an Olympic strength and conditioning coach for, I believe it was Spain, so I could put you in touch with him, Adam, or anybody else, really. I love putting amazing podcasters and guests together, so there is that. Ladies and gentlemen, now here is the thing. So I've talked about, podcast this and using things to grow. You just saw that I got everybody who wants to win something, they can just for a couple seconds following me on Instagram, LinkedIn. There we go. Rugby Players United. There we go. I'll definitely do that. I'll write it down, Adam and Rugby. There we go. There we go. I'll remember now, it's written down. But I was saying, let me just remove this from the screen and then we'll jump over here. I was saying that what proof do I have that contest actually worked to grow? And I can tell you, I've been reading about email list growth. I've been reading about subscriber growth. I've been seeing, look at Doctor. If anything, if you just search Mr. Beast and the fact that he just gives away so much stuff, and subscribers to his YouTube channel have the chance to be flown out to his place in North Carolina and have the chance to win millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars of prizes and stuff, like a house, a Lamborghini. It's insane. So contest works. People love the chance to win free stuff. So that's one way, guaranteed. Look, Adam's probably already subscribed to everything, double timed, and so obviously it works, ladies and gentlemen. If it didn't, people wouldn't be spending hundreds of dollars. And it works because if you remember anything from being a child, companies, big Uber companies, I remember the movie theaters here collect some cereal tops and get a free movie. So, it's beneficial for both. That's a contest. It works because, it's people, the majority of people will do it. And it's a small loss, because the chance for more. So the cereal people make money because they pay for every movie ticket that goes, and it's cost them maybe three boxes, but it takes 10 boxes, so they make 7 boxes worth of profit from there. So it's fine. After a while, it just starts covering it for itself. And with free companies like AppSumo, which allows a lot of free stuff, so make sure you check out AppSumo. They have a lot of free stuff for entrepreneurs and podcasters, and you have to think of your podcast as a business. I will be doing a future episode on my YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel, about why you need to treat your podcast as a business, even if you're using it as a hobby, if you want it to grow anything larger or make any money from it. So I'll be talking about that in a later video. But going back, I just took 5 seconds. I'll be adding this into the stream. As you can see, Google came back with over 535 million results in less than a minute. Less than a minute on why. Here's a recap: how to promote your podcast, 10 efficient strategies. Here there's stuff here, but using contests to grow your podcast. I use the top 3. How a podcast can increase listeners and downloads, and podcast marketing with contests and giveaways. Polymash. Now, like if anything, like boom, right there. If anything you want, just go help with podcast growth. Just like that, and you'll get so many good tips and stuff like that. But again, you can always ask me. I'll be more than happy to help you there. I do it for a living. But we're going here to Gleam, and it's, since the first term coined in 2004, hybrid, 17% of listen to podcasts every week. That's a lot of people, so you can use contests, different ways to use contests, subscribe. You have this platform with the Gleam's competition app. They have their own app that you're using here, but you have all the different ways. You can use this player. You can drive subscription because you can have them go straight to Apple, like subscribe specifically on Apple. And now you have more people subscribing on Apple, which will help you go higher on the ranking on the Apple iTunes charts. And it takes you less and less time to promote because you're doing these contests. Now, I'm not saying doing contests all the time because you can saturate the market, but doing a contest, maybe one on your anniversary, like your 1-year anniversary, your 5-year, your 10-year. You can have other contests, but doing it month in and month out, that could be end up just, everybody's like, okay, like this is annoying. But having it like once in a blue moon, like maybe every quarter, or every other season have a contest if you have seasons, or have one giant podcast season with a contest or something. You decide, like it's your choice, however you want to go, and you can break it out anyway, but you have to share, like reward with secret lists or codes, different, these are all different ways, and it drives your followers to Twitter, a whole bunch of stuff. You can go a contest, a quick one. Yeah, there you go. How often do you do a contest? And yeah, you don't want to do it too often, because if you do it too often, it just loses its value and people are like, oh, he's just doing a contest for a contest sake. But let's say you do, if there's an event you're having, you can do this podcast. If you're doing a live show like I'm doing, I run it for a month. But my podcast releases like 30 days later, or like a few weeks later, so it kind of like delays. So it's kind of weird, but you don't want to do it every single day. Like I'm not going to mention the podcast, the contest every episode. I may do an overall thing. On my other podcast, Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur, I'm going to be rolling it out. I want everybody to know. But then the contest ends and it disappears and it's never heard again. But this is something that I'm probably going to be doing more often. Now that it's like concrete in this episode, it's going to be there forever, but blah, blah, blah. Contest runs from the 2nd of August to the 31st or the 30th of August, the end of August, 2021, ladies and gentlemen. That is the contest. So any contest you hear, if you're listening afterwards, sorry, you didn't get to listen, you didn't win. If you're doing just a social media, like if you're a daily podcast, yeah, you can do it just a week. If you're a weekly podcast, go for a month. If you're a monthly podcast, maybe do it for the year. It depends on that. Adam, if I'm not mistaken, you are a weekly, so I would do it for the month because you have about 4 episodes. Or if you're like, because I know my podcast, Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur podcast, releases 3 times a week. It goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I run it for a season. Because usually I get a full season in a month, very close to that. So it's just a month for my season. But I wouldn't say go over a month if you have a more regular podcast that's not just a once a month or bi-monthly, but a month-long contest. But if you're doing if I was going to run a contest for right now on this show, my live viewers, I would do a week long contest. So it all depends. Like, you have to remember, because podcasts are listened to later on, people come back. So it's a hybrid situation. For each podcast is different. You have to look at your audience, your interaction. You can have a contest specifically just for Instagram. You can have one specifically for your Twitter followers. And those you can run for a 24, 48-hour kind of thing I've seen done. I know one YouTuber goes on for his videos. He jumps on, he goes, for the next 48, next hour, I'm answering questions for my video, and he just pops them up, and that's a contest because you get a chance, because you get your tweet read in a video that later on. So it all depends on how you want. But if you're doing a podcast, especially if you are a series podcast or a season podcast, do a season-long contest. If you release every week, do a month-long contest. If you're a daily podcast, maybe just a week-long podcast. It really depends on your need and that. But yeah, you can get them subscribed to your newsletter. So your newsletter goes up, and as you know, just by searching Google, why is it important to have a newsletter? You get so much, and so much chance to monetize. I know Lloyd, with his newsletter, just his newsletter increasing, gets him a guaranteed, when he sends out a thing, he gets at least he has 1,000, just over 1,000, I believe, on his newsletter. And when he sends it out, we get at least a good bump of 100 to 200 downloads. So having people sign up to your newsletter is an opportunity to get more downloads when you send out, a contest, or, a new episode alert, or questions about your podcast. I know with Stock Dirty, we're building that newsletter. It's growing every day, pretty much, at least by 2 to 3. And we should have started earlier, but we're learning. You learn as you go. And we already have interaction. Myself and the other admins answer questions when we get emailed in. So you have that one-on-one conversation with your audience. So that's great too, and the audience feels great as well. So, there is a newsletter for this. Sign up, send an email. I'll answer it. I'm always here to help you. If you're already friends with me on Facebook or Instagram, send me DMs and that. I'll gladly help you. That's what I'm here for on the Podcast Mogul. But yes, so you can upgrade your YouTube channel. You know what that does? So YouTube, as you all know, I will have an episode talking about YouTube, why your podcast should be on YouTube. But many of you know that with YouTube, you can monetize your podcast, and monetize your channel, get some money from the YouTube. It takes a long time to make money from YouTube, but it's done. And I know a couple people. I'll be definitely having some YouTubers on the podcast, and on Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. I actually interviewed two YouTubers. One is both of them are Twitch streamers. One works behind the scenes, Taylor Wolf. You can listen to that season 1 guest, but also Omi, an amazing Rust YouTuber. They were gracious enough to be on the show and talk about getting close to monetizing and how great it is. But so you need about 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So that can take some time to build up. But if you have people subscribing to your newsletter, and I'll show you a little trick later on when I do cover the YouTube channel, how to get sneaky subscribers, which is totally legal. It's not bad, so don't worry there. But yeah, it builds your YouTube subscriber, which will help get you in front of more viewers and audience members. And look at that, you're now have another revenue source. Again, that's great there. Twitter, again, builds your Twitter, and then you get the blue check mark, and then everybody's happy, and you get that. So this is some stuff that you can go. It's so amazing. You need to announce, obviously, in your podcast. Here's some stuff. You need to tell your friends all about it, like I did on social media. Yeah, do better posts, obviously, but you get better, learn, read up. So when you're making posts, that's called copy. All right. Contest, what it can help, review contests, social media follows and emails, giveaways, stuff like that. And then marketing, and then there's a podcast episode. So I'm going to stop. So here's the thing. You're running as much as you want to run a podcast and I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here. But please bear with me. It's needed. This is something I think a lot of podcasters need to hear if they're just starting off. And if you're listening to this as you're just starting off, it's probably best you hear it now before you go full bore. Podcasting is a business. It's 100% a business. If you want to make it successful, if you want to have any fame, make any money, or just get paid for your time, you have to understand that you're going to be investing a lot of time and effort in it, and you may not see a lot of reward off right away. But no, the more consistent you are, the better it is, and soon you'll start seeing stuff get better. As long as you work on your art, so everything you do is just try every episode to try and do one thing better. Focus first. If you're I know Adam messaged me earlier today and was like, hey, how do I get better sound? I have a Blue Yeti, and I'm like, you've got a great mic, you're good there. I'm like, he's like, we're in a hard room and like there's not a lot of soft. I'm like, just put a blanket behind the mic, and that's going to catch and muffle and block the chance of echo. So you have that little thing, and you just work on that. You're like, okay. Then he's like, okay, what about Audacity? And he asked me some question about Audacity. I gave him my tips. And so he's going to work on that. And like now he just has to work on that. He can go on YouTube, because YouTube University is amazing, and go better Audacity. And you get into a point where you're happy, like, yes, this is great. And then so you have your system done, you have your template, you set it up, you go boom. And I do that with my clients. Lloyd Ross follows my advice when I say, hey, I need you to do this. And then afterwards, everything's blessed, and he does it great. And it helps me edit the podcast quicker and get his stuff out there so that the turnaround time is faster. And that's what it is. If you're a solo podcaster, like I know a lot of my fellow podcasters who are watching this and listening to this you don't have a team. You don't have money to spend elsewhere because you're a limited budget, or you're starting it because you want to, you don't have that much money. So create templates is amazing, but also, focus on one thing first before you start trying to grow other things. So make your sound the best sound that you're happy with. Like when you listen to it, you're like, yes. And don't go heavy on the edits for the ums and thus. I'm going to show there's tricks. Get the sound right. Once the sound is good, then I can show you. There's tricks. There's websites that can help you, free websites that will transcribe, like the Hindenburg. Hindenburg is an amazing journaling app that really will transcribe it, and you can edit it like that. So you have that. Like that can help you get rid of the ums if you want, or if you want to keep the ums because you want it to more authentic. Great, get the sound right. Then you can start focusing on content, the content in the podcast, or there's social media things. I had an interview with Mick Manhattan for season 4 of Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast, where we talk about how to grow a podcast. We were geeking out about podcasting. He runs a network and does amazing stuff, and I'm actually doing a charity stream tomorrow live, and I'm interviewing an entrepreneur, and it's going to be great. So there's that. But yeah, so it's different ways we'll grow your business, and you have to think of it as a business, because if you don't, you'll burn out. It's not going to be good. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time, about that time. We're rolling up. I am Phil Better. You can follow. All the links are all the social media links are down below. I kind of went spaced out there at the end. I apologize, because I was like, well, where am I going with this? But it's very important. Remember, if you don't build a proper infrastructure at the beginning of your podcasting, it's going to make everything harder for you. So learn how to perfect something first before you move on. And then when you were like, why am I not getting guests, followers, look at your copy. That's what you're posting. There's a lot of, there's an amazing woman female podcaster who posts, I can't remember the group, but she has some amazing copy, and it gets you engaged to read more. Read it, listen to her podcast, and that. So it's amazing. I'm hoping I'm going to try and get her as a guest on this podcast, so that she can share her message. But copy is something really important. That's the message you're dropping. And if you follow me, you can see that my copy has been getting better and better, more connective, and you can understand it. And the SEO and that's what you learn later on. But you work on one small tidbit first, and you become an expert on it. And then you move on to the next and next. And once you start seeing stuff, all that hard work is going to start paying off. And then all of a sudden, you're going to be getting those downloads, and you're going to have that 1,000 people on the email list. You're going to get the blue check mark on Twitter. Instagram's going to love you, and you have a revenue stream from YouTube and your podcast. And companies are coming you and giving you for contest stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Phil Better. This is Invest in Yourself, the podcast series. I'm the Podcast Mogul, where I teach you how to start and grow your podcast. Make sure you are following on all the social medias. The links are in the show notes down below. If you want to follow me and see some behind the scenes of my life as a podcast mogul, follow me on Instagram at Podcaster Phil Better. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Remember to invest in yourself, stay hydrated, and have a fun time podcasting. Ladies and gentlemen, good day.